Take a deep breath and imagine the oceans. Beneath the waves is a vast blue world full of life and wondrous beauty. Planet Earth is planet ocean. The sea covers more than 70% of its surface. From frozen polar seas to warm tropical waters, oceans encompass the globe. And from the infinite blue deserts of the open ocean to the unexplored worlds of the deep sea, the oceans live and breathe as one. Oceans regulate the climate, rainfall, winds, and temperature. They provide half the oxygen the planet needs to survive. Every second breath we take comes from the oceans. Life on Earth started here, 4 billion years ago. Now the sea is home to a dazzling variety of life, more diverse than anywhere else. For many millions of us, the sea is a source of food and income. But for most, the oceans start at the shoreline and end at the horizon. It's time to look at the bigger picture. Take a deep breath and imagine the oceans. The oceans give life to our planet and to us, but in return, we treat them far less kindly. From top to bottom, our oceans are in crisis. By jeopardizing their future, we have placed our own in the balance. Of all human impacts on the oceans, fishing is probably the most harmful. And it is here that our relationship with the sea has changed most dramatically. The oceans once seemed a limitless resource, too bountiful to deplete, too vast to be affected by man. The sea was our provider, but proved at times also a formidable opponent. As we braved the world's oceans, we gained access to all their resources. But we have now come to the end of an unsustainable harvest. It is especially the way we catch our fish that is causing the problem. Expanding populations mean an increase in the world's appetite for fish. The only way to keep up is through technology. We now find our fish with spotter planes, helicopters, sonar, and satellite images. With such tools at our disposal, no school of fish is beyond our reach. 1 billion people, many in poverty, rely on fish as their primary source of protein. But as we are rapidly emptying our oceans, the global catch is not shared fairly. Now that stocks in their own coastal seas have become depleted, industrial fishing fleets are operating off distant shores. One European vessel fishing off West Africa can take as much in 1 month as 7,000 local fishermen catch in a year. To make matters worse, illegal or pirate fishing has become a real and global problem. In some areas, every other fish landed on the fish market is stolen. The livelihoods and food security of millions are at stake. But so is the fate of thousands of species. Over the past few decades, many of the larger fish have been brought to the brink of extinction. Sharks fulfill a crucial role in the ocean's ecosystem as top predators. Yet every year, 100 million of these animals are caught. Many are stripped of their fins and thrown back into the sea to drown. The fins end up here on markets across Asia to float around in soup. But it's not just sharks that are in trouble. Even once common species such as cod are so critically overfished that they may disappear from the oceans forever. In order to catch the last remaining fish, we use ever more powerful and indiscriminate technology. We catch tons of undersized and unwanted fish together with other marine life. And on bycatch, one fishery has a particularly bad track record. For every kilo of shrimp, 5 kilos of marine life are wasted. With the bycatch, the future of both ecosystem and fishermen go overboard. But bycatch is not limited to trawl fisheries. Thousands of miles of long lines, abandoned fishing gear and illegal drift nets entangle seabirds, turtles, dolphins and whales. The serial depletion of stocks has forced us to find new fishing grounds. In the deep ocean, we find ourselves among aliens from another world. In these cold and dark waters, coral reefs grow on submarine mountains called seamounts. These fragile structures have taken thousands of years to form. They support unique and wonderful life forms. So far, we have explored less than 2% of this last frontier. The deep ocean still harbors many secrets. Among them may be solutions to diseases such as cancer. But fishermen are beating scientists in the race to the deep. Bottom trawlers bulldoze the deep sea reefs, reducing ancient habitats to rubble. Corals, the 1,000-year-old homes of a myriad of life forms, are dumped as waste.